reveals that she has been diagnosed with dementia and aphasia.
Hey, divine beings, this is such sad news. I think we can all agree that we really love Wendy, and at least we have a diagnosis now. At least we know that she doesn't have some kind of other illness here, and we know that it's a cognitive deterioration. So let's look at her birth chart. Let's look at the transits that show or can at least give us clues as to why somebody would have a cognitive illness such as dementia, aphasia, Alzheimer's, that kind of thing. Okay, Wendy's sun right here is in the sixth house at 26 degrees Cancer. When she actually left the show because she couldn't function on the show and people didn't know that she had dementia and aphasia at that point, Pluto was at 26 degrees Capricorn. Pluto going over her 12th house, still going over 12th house, opposing her sun means crisis. Crisis of a lifetime. Because what is the sun? The sun is you. It's your personality. It's your individuality. It's your soul's expression. And what is Pluto? Pluto is a lot of times destruction that leads to some kind of reconstruction, right? It's death and rebirth. And at the same time, when all this was happening, when Sun was opposing her Pluto, right here, I want to show you she has a Scorpio moon in the ninth house with asteroid Juno also in the ninth house. The ninth house is about higher learning, it's about teaching, and it can also be about hosting, right? Because a teacher is essentially a host. But what happened to Wendy during the time where Pluto was opposing her sun? We also had the South Node in Scorpio at that time. And the South Node in Scorpio was transiting over her moon, which what represents what her true nature, right? Because she is a sun in Cancer. And, the sun in Cancer is ruled by the moon. In Scorpio moons here, they have a lot of commitment. They commit all the way in emotionally. So we saw everything happen to her with her marriage, that asteroid Juno. It was like the South Node in Scorpio came and destroyed her marriage. It also destroyed her public persona in a lot of ways because it was right here. It was right here on her, very, very close to her MC, which is her public life. And then during the diagnosis, like when this diagnosis came out just a couple days ago, see right here, Uranus, right here, planet of sudden changes, right here on her Jupiter in the third house, right? Jupiter is our good luck charm. It's how she made her money, right? Third house is communication. So she was made a lot of money. Look, Taurus, and she just, she's going to have her Jupiter return very soon here. So I think we're going to see a lot of vindication for Wendy after this diagnosis. We're going to see actually a lot of people helping her out. I don't think her funds are going to be depleted for long, even though she's going through this struggle. That Uranus also opposing her moon, guys, and her asteroid Juno. So I really feel like all this is making Kevin Hunter, her first husband, look incredibly bad. But it's, even worse than usual. But it's also bringing a lot of change to, I feel like, her mood, right? Because I feel like even though she's not cognitively aware right now of what's going on, it is helping her with her mood because she is having like a lot of sudden mood changes. That's what Uranus opposing moon is too, like a lot of sudden shifts in moods. With that Scorpio moon, that's not going to help not help very much because Scorpio moons are legendary for not being able to let things go. Wendy just went through her Saturn return, her second Saturn return. So yes, like she has a lot of burdens and that's what Saturn is. And since she has her Saturn in the first house in Pisces, it's clearing out a lot of karma. I feel like the people who did her wrong are being exposed. Just a lot of things are being exposed in this whole entire process. The news came out, Mercury was opposing her Mercury, which is her planet of communication. So yes, I feel like with that Mercury in the ascendant, in Aquarius, people are seeing her in a different way. They're understanding that she's having difficulty communicating. And that's, Mercury opposing Mercury, not being able to get your point across, being misunderstood. Anyways, let me know if you see anything else here in the chart. And of course, we wish Wendy all the best. We love you, Wendy. And if you'd like to book your own reading, it's sarahashleyAstrology.com.